From NASA's clean air study to your living room, these 10 plants were scientifically proven to filter toxins and improve indoor air quality naturally. In 1989, NASA had a problem. Astronauts in sealed space stations were breathing recycled air filled with toxic chemicals from synthetic materials, formaldehyde, benzene, trichloroethylene. They needed a solution that didn't require heavy machinery or constant maintenance. So NASA scientists did something unexpected. They tested houseplants, not because of folklore or ancient wisdom, but because they needed to know, scientifically, which plants could actually filter toxins from sealed environments. The results changed how we think about indoor air quality. Today, we're walking through 10 plants from that NASA study, plants that were tested, measured, and proven to remove specific toxins from the air you breathe every day. If you value science-backed information about natural solutions, I'd be grateful if you'd subscribe to Rooted Knowledge. We're bridging research and practical wisdom. Let's begin. 1. Snake plant, mother-in-law's tongue. The snake plant topped NASA's list for one remarkable reason. It's one of the few plants that releases oxygen at night instead of during the day. Most plants perform photosynthesis during daylight hours, absorbing carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen. But snake plant continues working after dark, making it ideal for bedrooms where you need fresh oxygen while you sleep. NASA's research showed that snake plant effectively removes benzene, formaldehyde, trichloroethylene, xylene, and toluene from indoor air. These chemicals come from furniture, carpets, cleaning products, and building materials. They're everywhere in modern homes. Health benefits. Removes formaldehyde from pressed wood, insulation, paper products. Filters benzene from tobacco smoke, detergents, plastics. Absorbs trichloroethylene from dry cleaning, printing inks. Nighttime oxygen production. Improves bedroom air quality. Drought tolerant. Low maintenance, hard to kill. The snake plant is nearly indestructible. It tolerates low light, irregular watering, and neglect better than almost any other houseplant. NASA's research confirmed what indoor gardeners already knew. This plant is both effective and forgiving. Place one in your bedroom, bathroom, or any low-light space. Water only when the soil is completely dry. That's it. 2. Spider plant. Spider plants were among the first tested by NASA, and they proved remarkably effective at removing carbon monoxide and xylene from sealed chambers. Xylene is a solvent used in printing, rubber, and leather industries. It off-gases from new furniture, paints, and adhesives. Carbon monoxide comes from gas stoves, furnaces, and vehicle exhaust that seeps indoors. What makes spider plant particularly valuable is its rapid growth and prolific nature. One plant quickly produces dozens of babies, offshoots that can be potted separately, multiplying your air purifying capacity without spending more money. Health benefits. Removes carbon monoxide from gas appliances exhaust. Filters xylene from paints, adhesives, new furniture. Absorbs formaldehyde from building materials. Safe for pets. Non-toxic to cats and dogs. Rapidly reproduces. One plant becomes many. NASA's research showed that spider plant removed 95% of toxic formaldehyde from a sealed chamber within 24 hours. That's not folklore, that's measured laboratory data. The plant thrives in indirect light and tolerates irregular watering. It's ideal for beginners or anyone who wants effective air purification without high maintenance. 3. Peace lily. Peace lily consistently ranked at the top of NASA's list for removing the widest range of toxins: formaldehyde, benzene, trichloroethylene, toluene, xylene, and ammonia. Ammonia is particularly interesting because it comes from cleaning products that many people use daily: window cleaners, floor polishes, fertilizers. Most plants don't filter ammonia effectively. Peace lily does. The plant also humidifies the air through transpiration, which is beneficial in dry indoor environments. NASA researchers noted this dual-function toxin removal plus humidity regulation. Health benefits. Broad-spectrum toxin removal. Removes 6+ different chemicals. Filters ammonia from cleaning products, fertilizers. Removes benzene from tobacco smoke, plastics, detergents. Absorbs trichloroethylene from dry cleaning, adhesives. Increases humidity, beneficial for respiratory health. Peace lily blooms white flowers periodically, signaling that it's healthy and actively filtering air. The flowers aren't just decorative. They indicate the plant is functioning optimally. The plant prefers low to medium light and likes consistently moist, not soggy soil. It's more demanding than snake plant or spider plant, but its superior filtering ability justifies the extra attention. 4. English ivy. English ivy might surprise you. It's often dismissed as an invasive outdoor plant, but NASA's research revealed it's one of the best indoor air purifiers, particularly for filtering airborne mold spores. A 2005 study building on NASA's work found that English ivy removed 78% of airborne mold in a test chamber within 12 hours. This matters because mold triggers allergies, asthma, and respiratory issues, problems that air purifiers can't fully address. English ivy also excels at removing formaldehyde, which off-gases from nearly everything in modern homes: pressed wood furniture, insulation, carpets, upholstery. Health benefits: removes airborne mold spores, reduces allergies, asthma triggers, filters formaldehyde from furniture, carpets, building materials, absorbs benzene from smoke, plastics, cleaning products, fast-growing, quickly covers large areas, cold-tolerant, thrives where other plants struggle. English ivy grows rapidly, which means it filters air faster as it expands. You can train it to climb a trellis, cascade from a hanging basket, or spread across a shelf. The plant prefers moderate light and consistently moist soil. It's more tolerant of cold than most houseplants, making it suitable for cooler rooms or drafty spaces. 5. Boston fern. Boston fern ranked high in NASA's study for removing formaldehyde, but it also stood out for another reason. It's one of the most effective natural humidifiers. In dry indoor environments, especially during winter heating, Boston fern can restore moisture to the air more effectively than many mechanical humidifiers. It does this through transpiration, releasing water vapor through its leaves. NASA's research focused on toxin removal, but subsequent studies confirmed that Boston fern's humidity regulation has measurable health benefits for skin, respiratory function, and comfort. Health benefits: removes formaldehyde from building materials, furniture, natural humidifier, restores moisture to dry air, improves respiratory comfort, reduces dry throat, sinus issues, non-toxic, safe around children and pets, high transpiration rate. One plant humidifies large spaces. Boston fern is more demanding than other plants on this list. It requires consistent moisture, high humidity, and indirect light, but for people in dry climates or those using forced air heating, the dual benefits of toxin removal and humidification justify the care. Place it in bathrooms where natural humidity helps it thrive, or group it with other plants to create a microclimate that supports its needs. 6. Aloe vera. Aloe vera made NASA's list primarily for formaldehyde and benzene removal. But unlike purely ornamental plants, aloe offers a practical bonus. The gel inside its leaves treats burns, wounds, and skin irritation. This dual functionality, air purification plus emergency first aid, makes aloe particularly valuable for kitchens, where formaldehyde from pressed wood cabinets combines with cooking fumes. NASA researchers noted that aloe is one of the easiest plants to monitor for air quality issues. When toxin levels are high, the plant develops brown spots on its leaves, acting as a living air quality indicator. Health benefits: removes formaldehyde from cabinets, furniture, insulation, filters benzene from cleaning products, plastics, living air quality monitor. Brown spots indicate high toxins. Edible medicinal gel, treats burns, cuts, skin issues. Drought tolerant, requires minimal watering. Aloe thrives in bright, indirect light and prefers to dry out completely between waterings. Overwatering kills more aloe plants than neglect does. The plant produces offshoots, pups, that can be separated and potted, multiplying your air purifying capacity. One mature aloe can generate a dozen new plants over a few years. 7. Rubber plant. Rubber plant was tested by NASA for its ability to remove formaldehyde, but what stood out was its efficiency relative to size. Large rubber plants with broad leaves processed more air volume than smaller, bushier plants. The thick, waxy leaves are particularly effective at capturing airborne particles and toxins. NASA's research suggested that leaf surface area matters. Bigger leaves mean more contact with contaminated air. Rubber plant also tolerates low light better than most large-leafed plants, making it practical for offices, basements, or rooms with limited windows. Health benefits: removes formaldehyde, especially effective in large quantities, filters airborne particles, waxy leaves trap dust, Allergens, low light tolerance, works in windowless or dim spaces, large leaf surface area, processes high air volume, easy care, tolerates neglect, irregular watering. Rubber plant grows large if allowed. A mature plant can reach 6–10 feet indoors, creating a dramatic focal point while filtering significant air volume. The plant prefers bright, indirect light but tolerates lower light conditions. Water when the top inch of soil is dry. Wipe the leaves occasionally with a damp cloth to remove dust and maximize air contact. 8. Dracaena, multiple varieties. NASA tested several Dracaena varieties, marginata, fragrans, diramensis, and all performed well at removing benzene, formaldehyde, trichloroethylene, and xylene. What makes Dracaena particularly valuable is its tolerance for low light and neglect. It's nearly as indestructible as snake plant but grows larger, offering more leaf surface area for air filtering. Different varieties offer different aesthetics. Red-edged marginata, tall fragrans, corn plant, compact diramensis, but all share similar air-purifying properties. Health benefits: removes benzene from tobacco smoke, gasoline, plastics, filters formaldehyde from building materials, furniture, absorbs trichloroethylene from paints, varnishes, adhesives, removes xylene from printing, rubber, leather goods, low maintenance, tolerates low light, irregular watering. Dracaena grows slowly but steadily, eventually reaching 6–8 feet indoors. The height means it filters air at different levels, floor to ceiling, rather than just at plant height. The plant prefers medium light but tolerates low light. Water when the soil is mostly dry. Yellowing leaves usually indicate overwatering, not underwatering. 9. Bamboo palm. Bamboo palm ranked third overall in NASA's study, excelling at removing formaldehyde, benzene, and trichloroethylene. But it also stood out for another reason. It's one of the few palms that thrives indoors without intense light. The plant's feathery fronds create a large surface area for air contact while maintaining an elegant tropical appearance. NASA researchers noted that bamboo palm's transpiration rate also helps humidify dry indoor air. Unlike many palms that struggle indoors, bamboo palm adapts well to lower light and indoor conditions, making it practical for homes and offices. Health benefits: high formaldehyde removal. One of the best performers, filters benzene from smoke, detergents, plastics, removes trichloroethylene from dry cleaning adhesives, humidifies air, high transpiration rate, non-toxic, safe around children and pets. Bamboo palm grows 4–6 feet tall indoors, creating a substantial green presence that filters air at multiple heights. The plant produces multiple stems, creating a fuller appearance than single-trunk palms. The plant prefers bright, indirect light, but tolerates lower light. Keep soil consistently moist, not soggy, and mist occasionally to maintain humidity around the leaves. 10. Chinese evergreen. Chinese evergreen closes our list because it represents an important finding from NASA's research. Common, accessible houseplants can be highly effective air purifiers. Chinese evergreen isn't exotic. It's sold in grocery stores and big-box retailers, yet NASA's testing showed it effectively removes benzene, formaldehyde, and other toxins, while tolerating low light and irregular care better than most plants. This accessibility matters. Air purification shouldn't require expensive, rare plants. Chinese evergreen proves that effective solutions can be simple and affordable. Health benefits: removes benzene from household chemicals, plastics, filters formaldehyde from building materials, furniture. Extremely low maintenance, tolerates neglect, low light, slow growing, doesn't require frequent repotting. Variegated leaves, attractive even in low light. Chinese evergreen grows slowly, which means it requires less attention than fast-growing plants. It rarely needs repotting, tolerates mist waterings, and thrives in low light where other plants would fail. The plant comes in various cultivars with different leaf patterns. Silver, red, pink, all share similar air-purifying properties, so choose based on aesthetics. Water when the soil surface is dry. Avoid overwatering. This plant prefers slight neglect to excessive attention. We've walked through 10 plants, not because of folklore, not because of tradition, but because NASA scientists measured their ability to remove toxins from sealed environments. These aren't miracle plants. They're common house plants doing what plants have always done: filtering air, removing pollutants, converting toxins into nutrients. What NASA did was quantify it. They measured formaldehyde removal rates, benzene absorption, trichloroethylene filtering. They gave us data instead of guesses. Here's what matters. You don't need expensive air purifiers to improve indoor air quality. You don't need complex systems or constant maintenance. You need plants, living, breathing organisms that have been cleaning Earth's air for hundreds of millions of years. NASA's research confirms what nature has always provided. The plants are accessible. The science is solid. The solution is simple. If this resonates with you, subscribe to Rooted Knowledge. We're exploring where scientific evidence and natural solutions meet, grounded in both research and practical application. Thank you for this journey. Until next time, breathe easier, grow something green, and remember, the best air purifier might already be growing at your local garden center.